Hey family! Welcome back to another episode of Oh to Be Whole with your girl Camille Young. I am sitting right here, right before you, baby. Yes, glad to have you here with me. To my holy rollers, what's up, holy rollers? What you doing? How you doing? You ready for the holidays? Getting close, getting close. Yes, glad to have you here. If you hadn't gotten your book, go to otobehole.com and get it today. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to hit that little red button. It don't cost you a thing to subscribe to this channel, okay? So hit subscribe and subscribe to this channel. Like, share, and comment, all right? It's some people that need to hear what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get these subscriptions up, y'all. We've been dangling a little too long. It's time to hit the 300 mark, y'all. Let's hit that 300 mark, okay? Thank you so much for helping me in my efforts to get the word out about Oh to Be Whole, all right? Look, let's dive right into today's topic. I'm excited about this topic, y'all. Today's topic is marital vows, the lies you tell. I'm going to say it one more time. Marital vows, VOWS, the lies you tell. Oh, yeah, I'm finna go there, y'all. I'm finna go there. You know, as I always say, marriage, relationships, all that, that's my jam, baby. I love talking about love and relationships, all of that. So that's my jam. I'm finna go there. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Don't get your feelings hurt, all right? Because I don't mean no harm. I love you, okay? But I got to say what I feel. You know what I'm saying? So look, marital vows. I remember telling my sister, it's been several years. I think I was telling my whole family actually, but I definitely remember telling my sister Kia years and years ago, probably at least 5 or 6 years ago, if not longer. You know, when I do get married, I'm probably not going to do the traditional vows. You know, the to love, honor, cherish in sickness and in health, do what is up and down, you know, whatever those, you know, those vows. Most of y'all done had them. Till death do us part, all of that, you know. And don't get me wrong, I'm gonna have marital vows, but I believe I want to have marital vows that I can keep. You get me? Okay? Because you know, when you make a vow before God and before man, it's expected to be kept, right? So why make a vow that you can't keep? I know I'm sounding like a non-traditional person. I know some of y'all not going to agree with me, you know, and I'm not saying 100% that I won't have some level of traditional vows, but some of those vows, in my opinion, people say them because they're caught up in the moment. And then for some, they do mean it in that moment. They mean it, and somebody cut a fool or whatever, and then they end up having to break up or whatever. All right. But at the end of the day, when you make those marital vows, you should be making them with the expectation of keeping them. You hear what I'm saying? I made this subtopic, the lies you tell, only because for a lot of people, they made vows and they are not keeping those vows. Okay? True enough, you may not be cheating on your wife. True enough, you may not be cheating on your husband. Okay? True enough, you may not be abusing in terms of domestic violence or causing any bodily harm to your spouse, to your husband, or to your wife. True enough, you may be providing for your family. True enough, you may be cooking dinner and doing all those things that many wives do for their families. True enough, you may be doing that. But are you doing the other parts? Are you cherishing your spouse? Are you honoring your spouse? Are you respecting your spouse? I've said this so many times before. I don't understand how you're in a marital relationship and you can't tell your spouse, I love you. Baby, I love you. Or your spouse says to you, I love you, and you can't come back and say, I love you too. Huh? Now, what? The lies you tell. Marital vows, the lies you tell. If you can't do something as simple as either initiating an I love you or responding to an I love you given by your spouse, y'all, the lies you tell. That is a problem. What do you mean? You didn't told the Lord, I honor, love, cherish, respect, the death do us part, in the good and the bad, through the ups and the downs, through the sickness and the health, through the richer and the poorer. You didn't say all of that, but you can't even say I love you. The lies you tell. You when you took them vows, you vowed to stay who you are. That's what you did. You didn't vow to change, because one thing about marital relationships, true enough, I have not been married, but you ain't got to be married to know some things that are true about it, okay? Because I'm getting ready. I'm in process, baby. It's only a matter of time. You have to change. If you go into a relationship thinking that you don't have to change, baby, all you are vowing to is to stay the same and be who you are. You're not the words that cross your lips on the date of on the day you took those vows. You had no intentions of keeping those. You had every intention of maybe being a provider. You had every intention of maybe having sex with your spouse, or cooking dinner for your spouse, or smelling good, or keeping a good figure and all of that, or taking care of the children. You maybe had every intention of doing that, but you didn't have any intention of changing. You didn't have any intention of cherishing. You didn't have any intention of, as 1 Corinthians 13 talks about, not keeping a record of wrongs. I think that's in 1 Corinthians 13 when it talks about love. It keeps no record of wrongs. You didn't really have no intention of doing that, because you can't even say I love you. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem. And y'all, am I fussing? Okay, let me bring it down a bit. That lets you know where my passions lie, baby. It lies in love and relationships. And we find ourselves many times when we're even in dating relationships, when we've come to a impasse and somebody cannot be the bigger person to break on down and say, look, you know what, I'm sorry. Or, hey, we need to talk. Let's talk this through. Or, hey, give me about 3-4 hours, and then let's talk about this later. And y'all talk it out and have effective communication. See, some people get to an impasse and it ain't no passing the impasse. You right there, because somebody will not be the bigger person. Somebody will not want to swallow their pride. Why do you want to be in a relationship if you're not willing to sacrifice? Go back and watch my video that talks about being sacrificial in your love. You're not loving unless you're being sacrificial. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? If you're not willing to do some things that you're uncomfortable doing, and I'm not talking about anything outlandish. I'm not talking about being in a threesome. I'm not talking about watching porn. I'm not talking about, doing something that's outlandish. I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about when the time has come where ineffective communication has happened and you need to begin to effectively communicate. If you're not willing to step outside of yourself and what's comfortable for you, and feeling like sometimes have the push or being the person that's being pushed over, and that's if you want your relationship, you've got to do that. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be the one to do it all the time. No. Both people. It takes two, baby. It takes two, baby. You know what I'm saying? One person can't keep a strong relationship. It takes both people who desire and want the relationship to make it work. Okay? And when you make those marital vows, when you have, I think last week I talked about the ultimatum. When you have decided that, not so much giving an ultimatum, but when you make the decision without an ultimatum that this is the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you have to go in knowing, I'm going to have to make some sacrifices. I'm going to have to do some things that are uncomfortable for me. I'm going to have to go above and beyond. A lot of the time, I'm going to have to be the one to break the silence. I'm going to have to be the one to initiate certain things that I may not be used to initiating. I may sometimes have to do things that I don't feel like or wanting to do so that I can please my other partner. Y'all, if you're not ready to do that, you don't get married. Because if you get married, I'm going to tell you, marital vows, the lies you tell. Okay? The lies you tell. So I'm challenging you, those of you who are married, y'all, don't get stuck in the rut. All right? Don't get stuck in a rut. You may be in a hard place right now in your marriage. Find something to, get yourself out of that rut. Now don't talk to me because, see, now I don't advocate divorce, but I'm not a person who does not believe in divorce. Okay? So I'm not saying put yourself in harm's way or live a life of misery unless God has told you. Live a life of misery to be with a person just so you'll be in a relationship. No, I'm not. So don't come to me. Don't ask me about that because I ain't going to tell you that. Okay? But if you want your marriage to work and you see that there is room for growth for not only that other person, but for yourself, take those steps to grow. Okay? Take those steps to grow together. Use skills. Go on the internet and figure out ways to what's the word I'm trying to find? Invigorate and to get a spark back to your marriage. Okay. Go to a therapist or a counselor or get you a life coach or a marriage coach, a family life coach that can get y'all past this place. Because if you both want the marriage, you can make it work. But if only one person wants the marriage, it about ain't gonna work. It's gonna be hard. Y'all gonna bump heads, okay? But again, don't be the person who makes marital vows and be lying. And then you trying to tell other people how to be married, telling other people, counseling other people. No, baby, it's some stuff you might need to get together in your relationship before you try to go vising, as the old folks say, vising other people. Okay, not that anybody has a perfect relationship, but are you doing the things, just the normal things, the seemingly things that don't cost you a doggone nothing? Okay, things that are easy, things that don't necessarily take money. Okay, they don't even maybe take a lot of time. Are you doing those things? All right. Woo. Whew. Boy, that wore me out. That wore me out. But to my non-married people, my people who still aspire for marriage, make sure it's marriage that you want, because it's not for the faint at heart. And if you're not ready to change and be different, okay, and not do it for the gram or do it for the Facebook orations, if you ain't ready for that, if you're trying to get married for those reasons, baby, you ain't a bit more ready than the man in the moon. Okay. So if you're not ready to be sacrificial, if you're not ready to do the things that it takes to make your marriage work, I'd say to you, marital vows, the lies you will tell. Okay? Because we don't want that. To behold, we want whole people. We want whole marriages, whole relationships. All right? All right? Woo! That wore me out, y'all. Woo! I need to go get me a drink of water after that. All right, thank you so much for joining me. I went way longer than I planned, but hey, I had to get it all out, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Go get your book. The website is in the description. Be sure to comment down in the comment section, honey, so we can get this conversation going and keep it going, all right? Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, God bless.